Hello and welcome to my YouTube broadcast. My name is Bernie Strom, and today's broadcast will be the PC replay simulation of my Red Sox replay. Seven-game series, World Series. This is the fourth game where the Red Sox lead the San Francisco Giants 3-0. When I scheduled this broadcast yesterday after the Red Sox won the third game of this simulated World Series, I scheduled it for 10 o'clock Pacific time, 1 o'clock Eastern time on Sunday, without thinking that this was the start of all the first games of the NFL. Well, I could have changed it because I'm not going to get too many people watching the broadcast today because everybody's going to be watching football. However, I've decided to play it anyway at 1 o'clock Eastern, and if you people that want to watch it will catch it on YouTube on demand. Anyway, I want to thank everybody who does stop by in advance for attending this game. The Red Sox are on the verge, if they can win today, of breaking a 49-year drought in winning the World Series. The last time they won the World Series was 1918. Of course, in real life, they lost the seventh game of the 67 World Series to the Cardinals. They lost the seventh game of the 75 World Series to the Reds. They lost the seventh game of the 1986 World Series to the Mets before, in 2004, breaking an 86-year drought, winning the World Series in a 4-game sweep of the St. Louis Cardinals. Anyway, we're here to broadcast today's game. Hopefully, the Red Sox in my simulated world will break the string at 49 years, and we won't have to worry about replaying any of the other World Series to break the drought of the Red Sox from winning a World Series. Of course, in 1990, The Curse of the Bambino was a book written by Dan Shaughnessy of the Boston Globe. That caught on, and from 1990, for the next 14 years, all you could hear was, is this the year they're going to break the curse of the Bambino? Well, if the Red Sox can win this World Series here in the PC replay simulated world, the Curse of the Bambino will just be a book, and it won't be a saying. So let's go down to the lineup page and pick today's lineups for the game. As usual, the AI will pick the lineups, and I'm going to have to fix the AI's lineups a little bit here for the Red Sox. We'll lead off with Mike Andrews at second base. We're going to put George Scott in the fifth spot at first base. We're going to put Reggie Smith in the sixth spot in center field. At shortstop, batting seventh will be Rico Petrocelli. And Russ Gibson, who is the best fielding catcher on the team, will bat eighth. Now we'll move on to San Francisco. Let's see what the AI picks for them. That lineup looks pretty good. Beatles eternally. I knew I could count on you. You're the one guy who's not going to be watching football here at 10 a.m. on Sunday morning. So it's probably going to be me and you to watch this game, and everybody else will have to catch it on demand. Let's go down to the field.
Replay Radio is live from San Francisco. Top of the first.
Okay, here we go. The Red Sox are going to bat first today, and hopefully I'll do this in the correct order. Let's do the batting order for the Red Sox, even though you saw me just fill it in. Andrews is batting leadoff at second base. Joe Foy, third base, batting second. Kari Yastrzemski, who has the one and only outlier season for a baseball player in my 1967 replay, with 71 home runs and 172 runs batted in, batting third. Tony Conigliaro is batting fourth. He did not play in the 67 World Series. He was injured on August 18th, a game I attended, by the way. Anyway, I kept him in because I wanted to see if he made a difference, and with his 35 home runs, opposed to the 20 he hit in real life, and the 105 RBIs opposed to the 67 he did in real life, I think he made a difference. George Scott batting fifth at first base. Ridley Smith batting sixth at center. Petroselli at short batting seventh. Gibson catching batting eighth. And Bucky Brandon, who in real life was the fourth and fifth starter in 1967, will pitch here in the fourth game. The defense for the Giants: Hart, Lanier, Fuentes, McCovey in the infield. That is a good fielding infield, with the exception of Hart at third. Alou, Mays, and Brown in the outfield, a great fielding outfield. Barton catching. I don't know why the AI keeps putting him in at catcher. I can't fix, well, here, maybe I can fix it. Hold on one second. I should have paid attention. I'm going to fix that right now. Tom Haller's a catcher, much better catcher. I don't know why the AI kept putting the other guy in. But I just fixed that problem before the game started. I didn't catch it till the second inning in yesterday's ball game. David Zielinski stops by. Hello, thanks for stopping in on a Sunday morning. I guess there's three of us not wanting to watch the football game, although I have the Patriots game on mute, and they just kicked off. And the Saints have the ball, and they bring it back to the 22. So I will be glancing over at that as this game goes. Mike Andrews steps in. Mike Andrews in the World Series. Let me grab the sheet here. Mike Andrews is 1 for 7 in this World Series with a strikeout and 2 walks. Ray Sadecki pitching from the right side. Here's the pitch. Actually, Sadecki's a left-hander. How do I know that? Because this 36 is always a single. Base hit to left field.
No outs, man on first.
I made my first play-by-play mistake by calling Sadecki a right-hander, but I usually make a few. The 36 helped me out. I didn't even have to look at his card after that was a base hit. Runner on first, Mike Andrews, leadoff hitter. Joe Foy stepping up, batting number 2 against the left-hander Ray Sadecki. Andrews takes his lead. Sadecki holding him close. Here's the pitch. And Joe Foy goes down swinging.
1 out, man on first.
Kari Yastrzemski with the prodigious 71 home runs and 172 RBIs in the regular season steps in. Not hitting quite as well here in the World Series. He's only 3 for 11, but he does have a home run and an RBI. Sadecki's lefty. Yastrzemski bats on the left side. Andrews takes the lead. Here's Sadecki's pitch.
Ball 4. Take your base.
And Kari Yastrzemski walks. Right off the bat, the Red Sox have 2 runners on, 1 man out here in the top of the first.
1 out, men on first and second.
If the Red Sox win today, they will have swept the San Francisco Giants in the World Series and will have broken the 49-year drought of not winning a World Series since the Babe Ruth era of 1918. Tony C. stepping in. Tony C. batting .417 here in the World Series. Sadecki looks in, checks the runners, gets the sign from Haller. Here's the pitch. And he hits a fly ball to center field as Willie Mays moves back a tiny bit, bangs on his glove and squeezes the ball for the out.
2 outs, men on first and second.
George Scott stepping in. Scott, one of the Red Sox best hitters. He hit .309 in the regular season. In the World Series here, he's 3 for 11. No home runs, but he does have 3 RBIs. Sadecki checks the runners, gets the sign. Here's the pitch. Ground ball to second. Fuentes up with it. Over to McCovey for the out.
No runs, 1 hit, and 2 left on.
Legends, thank you for stopping by. If it makes you feel any better, I have the Patriots-Saints game on my big screen TV as I broadcast this game, and I'm watching it with the sound off on the football game. If you missed earlier today,
Bottom of the first.
hold on one second. At the end of 1/2 inning, the Red Sox nothing. San Francisco coming to bat. If you missed my introduction, when I set this game up for today, I was so excited with the Red Sox 3-0 lead in games here in the 67 World Series that I scheduled it for 10 o'clock this morning. It's my time I prefer to broadcast. Anyway, it dawned on me yesterday afternoon that the NFL games start at 10 o'clock Pacific, 1 o'clock Eastern, and that no one would watch it. They have to catch it on demand. Anyway, I decided to keep it. And here we go at the bottom of the first inning, San Francisco Giants. Their lineup, Jesus Alou batting first and left. Hal Lanier at short batting second. William McCovey, who's got the only San Francisco run in the first 3 games. He homered in yesterday's 9th inning, batting third at first base. The Hall of Famer Willie Mays in center batting fourth. Jim Ray Hart at third batting fifth. Ollie Brown, right field, batting sixth. Tom Haller, catching, batting seventh. Tito Fuentes at second, batting eighth. And Ray Sadecki, who in real life, let me see what he did in, forget real life, let's see what Ray Sadecki did in the season. In my replay season, he was 16-6 with a 1.79 ERA, pitched 216 innings, allowed 158 hits. He should be a tough pitcher for the Red Sox to hit today. Bucky Brandon for the Red Sox in the 1967 replay season is 28 years old. He was 3-10 with a 4.46 ERA in 19 starts for the Red Sox. Although he pitched 121 innings, only allowed 114 hits, which seems to belie his 3-10 record. Brandon looks in at Gibson, gets the sign. Jesus Alou looks out at Brandon, and here's the pitch. Base hit to left field, and the Giants' leadoff hitter is on first to start the inning.
No outs, men on first.
The World Series record, as SGJ Jamie checks in, thank you for stopping by. I have more people watching than I thought with the football games on. The record for the least amount of runs given up in a 4-game World Series is 1. The Baltimore Orioles shut out the LA Dodgers in 3 of the 4 games in their sweep of the World Series. I think that was 1965. The Dodgers scored 1 run, and the Giants need to score a run today to not tie that World Series record. Hal Lanier stepping in from the right side. Brandon checks Alou at first, gets the sign. Here's the pitch. It's asking me to confirm a bunt. Okay.
He's going to lay down a bunt.
Let's see what happens. He pops it up. The pitcher's going to put it away for the out.
1 out, man on first.
I'm guessing, even though this isn't dead ball baseball with only 1 run in 3 games, even the AI knows San Francisco needs to score. Willie McCovey stepping in, 3 for 12 in the World Series with that 1 home run and 1 RBI, the only one San Francisco has in the series. Brandon Chexalou, infield halfway in double play depth. Here's the pitch to McCovey. And there it goes, deep to right field. That ball is out of here. And the Giants will not tie the Dodgers-Baltimore series for having the fewest runs in a 4-game series as San Francisco takes a 2-0 lead here in the bottom of the first.
1 out, bases empty.
Well, the Red Sox find themselves in a position they haven't found themselves in the first 3 games of the series. They trail 2-1. Willie Mays stepping in, 1 for 12 in the series. Brandon gets the sign. Brandon looks a little shaken up as he walks. Willie Mays.
1 out, man on first.
Willie Mays, a better than average runner at this stage of his career at first base. Jim Ray Hart stepping in, 1 for 8 in the series. Brandon checks Mays, gets his sign and throws. Deep fly ball to center field. Reggie Smith backing up. He's on the warning track in front of the wall. He puts it away. Mays is tagging. He's going to jog into second base. That's unusual, but he's going to make it. And there's 2 away.
2 outs, man on second.
Excuse me while I take a sip of coffee. 007 checks in. Nice to see you. Boy, this is a bigger crowd than I thought. Brandon looks back at Mays as Ollie Brown steps in. 2 for 9 in the World Series. Brandon gets his sign. Here's the pitch. He's going to walk. Oh, he struck out. I misinterpreted the sound. It's usually
2
a
runs,
walk.
2 hits, and 1 left on.
Brandon strikes out Ollie Brown to end the inning. However, the Giants take their first lead in the 1967 PC Replay World Series. They lead at the end of 1, 2-0.
Top of the second.
We go to the top of the second inning. The Red Sox will send up Reggie Smith, Rico Petrocelli, and Russ Gibson. Reggie Smith in my replay season at 263, 17 home runs, 76 runs batted in. Here in the World Series, he is 1 for 11. Sadecki throws on the left side, so Reggie Smith, a switch hitter, bats right. Here's the first pitch. Deep fly ball to left field. Jesus Alou backing up, and he's going to put it away for the out.
1 out, bases empty.
Rico Petrocelli. Petrocelli at 289 in the replay season with 24 home runs. 87 runs batted in. He's 3 for 9 in the World Series with a homer and 2 RBIs. Sadecki throws. Petrocelli's out swinging. 2 up, 2 down here in the top of the second.
2 outs, bases empty.
Russ Gibson, who is 0 for 5 in the World Series, a 205 hitter in the regular season and limited action. He's in there for his defense. Sadecki throws. And that's a strikeout. A good hitter would have walked.
An easy inning to score. 1, 2, 3.
3 up, 3 down here at the end of 1.5. The Giants lead 2-0.
Bottom of the second.
The bottom of the second inning sees the Giants sending up hitters 7, 8, and 9. Haller, Fuentes, and Sadecki. Haller in the replay is here somewhere. I will find him in 1 second. I apologize for taking time. He's a 260 hitter. He was up 461 times, so with 21 home runs, 58 runs batted in. Why the AI puts the other guy in instead of him is way beyond me. Anyway, he steps in from the left side. Bucky Brandon had a bad first inning, and I am not going to stick with him very long if he has a bad second inning. Brandon gets the sign. Here's the pitch.
Ball four.
Walks Haller. Haller's on first. Nobody out.
No outs, men on first.
Last time in this situation, there was an attempted sacrifice bunt. Let's see what the AI does with Fuentes stepping in. Fuentes 0 for 7 in the World Series. In the replay, he was a .204 hitter, 7 home runs, 40 runs batted in. Brandon checks Haller, throws to Fuentes. Fly ball to center field. Reggie Smith drifting to his left. Puts it away for the out. One down.
One out, men on first.
Ray Sadecki stepping in, batting from the left side. Haller at first. One away. Red Sox playing in double play depth for Sadecki. Darryl Brandon gets his sign, checks the runner, and throws. And Sadecki is going to bat. Thank you. I know that. Short fly ball in the left field. Yastrzemski coming in. Pounds his glove, squeezes the ball. It's 2 away.
2 outs, men on first.
Jesus Alou stepping in. He singled his first time up, batting .308 here in the World Series. In the replay season, he batted .306, 3 home runs, 47 runs batted in. Brandon checks Haller at first. Here's the pitch. Pop-up. Second baseman Andrews has got it.
No runs, no hits, and 1 left on.
At the end of 2, it's 2-0 Giants.
Top of the third.
Well, Brandon settled down, which was in his favor, because if he was in trouble, he was going to get lifted early, because I don't think there's going to be many runs scored against Ray Sadecki today with his 1.69 ERA. Brandon's going to step in. The Red Sox are going to allow him to hit. Sadecki gets the sign. Here's the pitch.
Strike three.
1 out, bases empty.
One down, top of the order for the Red Sox. Mike Andrews, who singled his first time up. He's batting .250 here in the World Series. Sadecki gets the sign and throws. And there's a line drive in the left center field. It is going to drop between Mays and Alou. It's going to be picked up by Mays on a hop. Andrews is going to walk in at second base standing. Mays flips it into the infield, and the Red Sox have a runner in scoring position with 1 out here in the top of the third.
1 out, men on second.
Andrews on second. Joe Foy stepping in. He struck out his first time up. He's 3 for 13 in the World Series. Sadecki checks Andrews. Looks in at Haller, gets the sign. Here's the pitch.
Ball four. Take your hit.
And Sadecki just misses, and Foy walks to first base.
1 out, men on first and second.
Here we go. Red Sox are in business with runners in first and second. Only 1 out. Kari Yastrzemski, who's 3 for 11 in the World Series, walked his first time up. Sadecki looks in at the left-handed batter. Here's the pitch. Ground ball right back to the mound. It was too slow for him to do anything else but to throw him out at first. Foy and Andrews advance. There's 2 away. Runners on second and third.
2 outs, men on second and third.
Tony Canigliaro steps up. Let's see if Tony Canigliaro, playing in place of the never-signed Ken Harrelson, can do something with the tying run at second base here in the top of the third inning. Foy is a fast runner. Most assuredly would score on any base hit to the outfield. Canigliaro flied to center his first time up, batting .385 in the series. Here's Sadecki's pitch. And there is a deep fly ball to left field, but Alou is going to put it
No
away
runs,
on the warning track.
1 hit, and 2 left on.
Red Sox leave 2 runners in scoring position as we go to the bottom of the third. 2-0 Giants.
Bottom of the third.
Bottom of the third, Bucky Brandon to face hitters 2, 3, and 4, Lanier, McCovey, and Mays. Lanier popped up a bunt to the pitcher, attempted sacrifice in inning number 1. Brandon has the sign. Here's the pitch. Fly ball to center field. Reggie Smith moves in a little bit. He puts it away for the out.
1 out, bases empty.
Willie McCovey standing in. Willie McCovey has accounted for all 3 of the Giants' runs here in the 1967 World Series. He's had 2 home runs, 3 RBIs. He's batting .308, and he hit a 2-run homer in the first inning. Brandon's going to have to pitch to him carefully. Gets his sign from Gibson. Here's the pitch. And we have our first rare play of the game, roll number 2. And we're going to have to take this out of the rare play booklet. Batter's hit on the wrist by a pitch. McCovey is removed from the game for precautionary x-rays. Unbelievable. Tell me that wouldn't have happened in real life if McCovey was the only player to knock in runs in a World Series. Now I only want to see if the AI will retaliate and hit Kari Yastrzemski of the Red Sox.
1 out, man on first.
That's an interesting situation. Confirm this. Okay.
They're calling for the pinch runner.
Henderson comes in, pinch running at first base. Ken Henderson. Ken Henderson's going to attempt to steal a base. Here we go. Anything between 1 and 4 is a successful stolen base.
Hey.
Henderson immediately goes to second.
1 out, man on second.
And those are those quirky C&D rolls we get here using PC Replay Baseball. 1 out. Henderson, who's running for McCovey at second base, who's been removed for precautionary x-rays. Brandon glances back at Henderson. Willie Mays in the batter's box, hitting from the right-hand side. He walked his first time up. Here's the pitch. There's a looping drive to left field. Yastrzemski is a great fielder. He's going to put it away for the out. Once again, I'll explain this 3 here in this section that's highlighted. That 3 goes here. If it's lower than his fielding rating, it's an out. If it's higher, it's a single.
2 outs, man on second.
Henderson remains at second base. Jim Ray Hart stepping in. He's flied to center field. His first time up, 1 for 9 in the series. Brandon gets the sign. Here's the pitch. We have a ballpark effect. It's a single or a home run. It looks like if it's one of these, if it's 2, 3, or 4, or 5, or 6 with that question mark, we're going to have to roll a second time. If it's a 1, it's a home run. It's a 6. We're rolling a second time. It's a base hit, 1 through 5. A home run if it's a 6. Base hit to right field. Henderson scores the 3rd run of the game. Jim Ray Hart on first base.
2 outs, man on first.
Red Sox falling behind. They have action in their bullpen as Darrell Brandon has allowed 3 runs in 3 innings. Ollie Brown stepping in, struck out his first time up, 2 for 10 in the series. Hart takes his lead. Brandon gets his sign. Here's the pitch. And there's the famous 36, right-handed
1
pitcher.
run, 1 hit, and 1 left on.
Right-handed batter. It's always a leaping catch by the shortstop to end the inning. At the end of 3, Giants now lead 3-0.
Top of the 4th.
As we go to the top of the 4th inning, we have, well, let's see if I can get him. Jack Hyatt replacing McCovey in real life. Hyatt played in 73 games, 6 home runs, 26 runs batted in. I don't think that's much of a replacement for McCovey, but we'll go from here. The Red Sox in the top of the fourth send up Scott Smith and Rico Petrocelli. Scott grounded to second his first time up, batting .250 in the World Series. Sadecki gets his sign from Haller and throws. Deep fly ball to left field. Jesus Alou backing up, puts it away for the out.
1 out, bases empty.
Reggie Smith stepping in, fly to left his first time up, batting 083 here in the World Series, only 1 hit and 12 at-bats. Smith, a switch-hitting outfielder, will be batting from the right side. Sadecki gets his sign. Here's the pitch. Looping drive to right field. That's a 3. The 3 is under the 4. Ollie Brown puts it away for the out.
2 outs, bases empty.
Once again, that is a little difficult to do the play-by-play. However, I enjoy PC Replay Baseball explaining to me why Ollie Brown made that play when another outfielder might have missed it. Rico Petrocelli struck out his first time up, batting .300 in the series. Nobody on. 2 up, 2 down for the Red Sox here in the top of the fourth. Here's Sadecki's pitch. And there's going to be a ground ball to shortstop. Lanier over to first. 3 up, 3 down.
They go down quietly, nothing doing this half inning.
At the end of 3.5, the Giants lead 3-0.
Bottom of the fourth.
Speaking of leading 3-0, Brandon on a very short leash. Tom Haller stepping in, the bottom third of the order. Haller, Fuentes, the pitcher, Sadecki due up. Brandon gets his sign from Gibson, throws. Ball hit to second. Mike Andrews to Scott.
1 out, bases empty.
Tito Fuentes fly to center his first time up. Yet to get a hit in the series. Here's Brandon's pitch.
Strike 3, you're out.
And he's still hitless as Ray Sadecki coming to the plate.
2 outs, bases empty.
Sadecki flied to left his first at-bat. Brandon retired the first 2 batters here in the bottom of the fourth. Faces the left-handed hitting Sadecki. Here's the pitch. I know. Ground ball to short. Petrocelli to Scott. 3 up, 3 down. And that was a quick.
Just like that, the inning's over.
Quick fourth inning as both teams went in order as we go to the top of the fifth. The Giants, 3 runs, 3 hits, no errors. Red Sox, no runs, 2 hits, and no errors. Another low-scoring game, which is par for the course here in my PC Replay, Red Sox Replay World Series.
Top of the fifth.
Top of the fifth inning. Red Sox have Gibson, Brandon, and the top of the order, Andrews, due up against Sadecki. Sadecki has pitched 4 innings so far, allowing 2 hits, 2 walks, struck out 4. Gibson stepping in, yet to get a hit in the World Series, struck out his first time up. Ray Sadecki throws.
Ball 4.
And he walks. Well, for Gibson, that's as good as a hit.
No outs, man on first.
Bucky Brandon due up. The infield playing halfway for a double play. There's only one thing Brandon can do with a runner on first, and that's sacrifice.
He's going to lay down a bunt.
Let's see what the roll tells me. And it's successful. Batter is out at first. Gibson goes to second. He's out pitcher to the second baseman covering.
1 out, man on second.
Red Sox have a runner on second base in scoring position in the form of Gibson. He's a slow runner, so they're going to need something other than a single to score him. Mike Andrews stepping in, who's singled and doubled today. Hit Sadecki well. Sadecki checks Gibson, gets his sign. Here's the pitch.
Strike 3, you're out.
2 down.
2 outs, man on second.
Red Sox left runners in scoring position in the second inning. They're trying to pick up Gibson on second base here in the top of the fifth as Foy stepping in, struck out and walked. 231 hitter here in the World Series. Here's Sadecki's pitch.
Ball 4.
And he walks. Second walk today for Joe Foy. Red Sox have runners on first and second.
2 outs, men on first and second.
As I take a sip of coffee, thinking about Yastrzemski and his 71 home runs, stepping in against Ray Sadecki. A home run would surely come in handy right now for the Red Sox. Carl Yastrzemski has walked. He's grounded back to the pitcher. He's batting a paltry .250 here in the World Series, along with everybody else. Sadecki checks the runners, looks in at Yastrzemski. He throws. There's a ground ball right back to the mound again.
No runs, no hits, and 2 left on.
Red Sox are getting a habit of leaving 2 runners on base. At the end of 4.5, midway through the game, Red Sox trail 3-0 to the San Francisco Giants.
Bottom of the 5th.
We're going to the bottom of the 5th inning, Top of the order for the Giants, Alou, Lanier, and Hyatt, who replaced McCovey, who was hit on the wrist by Brandon in his last at-bat. Brandon checks in at Gibson, gets his sign. Here's the pitch to Alou. Going to be a looping drive here in the center field. We're going to have a chart pop up here in a second. That chart says that the only thing that can happen is Smith will catch it. He's out.
1 out, base is empty.
1 down as Hal Lanier steps in. He popped up a bunt in the first inning. He flied to center his last time up. Brandon has the sign and he throws.
Strike 3. You're out.
Lanier goes down swinging.
2 outs, base is empty.
Jack Hyatt's first time up. He's been up already once in the World Series as a pinch hitter, batting from the right-hand side. Brandon gets his sign and throws to Hyatt. Ground ball right back to the mound. Brandon up with it over to Scott.
They go down quietly, nothing doing this half inning.
And it's a 1-2-3 inning for the second inning in a row for the Giants. At the end of 5, Giants lead 3-0.
Top of the 6th.
Top of the 6th inning is the Giants are reversing the situation with the Red Sox this game. The Red Sox are being shut out. Red Sox this inning will have Canigliaro, Scott, and Smith due up against Ray Sadecki. Canigliaro's fly to center, fly to left. Here's Sadecki's pitch.
Strike 3. You're out.
Canigliaro walks back to the dugout.
1 out, base is empty.
George Scott, who's grounded to second, flied to left. 231 hitter here in the 1967 World Series. Sadecki gets the sign. Haller flashes it. Here's the pitch. Ground ball to short. Hal Lanier scoops it up, throws it to Hyatt for the out.
2 outs, base is empty.
This game is moving right along here in the top of the 6th inning. Reggie Smith stepping in. He has had a good season for the Red Sox, but bat has been silent here in the World Series. Batting .077 on a 1-for-13 effort. Flied to left, flied to right. Here's Sadecki's pitch. Base hit, center field. I guess he could hear me talking. Mays picks it up, throws it in to Hal Lanier. The Red Sox have a runner on first with 2 away here in the top of the 6th.
2 outs, men on first.
And the AI decides, well, it's not the AI, it's the automatic steal in the game. This would never happen in real life, down 3-0 in the 6th inning. But it's happened in this game. Let's see what I'm going to have to roll against. At least he won't be out. If it's a 46 or below, Sadecki and Haller will have held him so he could not steal. 47 and above, Smith will successfully steal second base. And he holds.
2 outs, men on first.
Stealing against the left-handed Sadecki, down by 3 runs in the World Series in the 6th inning, would be foolish, in my opinion. Rico Petrocelli struck out, grounded to short, 273 hitter in the World Series. Smith on first, 2 away. Here's Sadecki's pitch. Ground ball hit to Hyatt at first. We're going to have to roll for an error. Let's see how he is a pretty good first baseman. Anything between an 11 and 41 in those 2 spots. He's going to be out. No, he's going to. Oh, yep, he's
No
out.
runs,
He took it
1
unassisted.
hit, and 1 left on.
At the end of 5 1/2, Red Sox trail 3-0.
Bottom of the 6th.
Hyatt made the play he needed to play here in the bottom of the 6th inning, which looks like it could be Brandon's last inning. Going to face Mays. Hart and Brown, the batter face number for Brandon is down to 4. He will get a roll for a complete game to see if he can roll when that hits 0. Let's see what happens. Willie Mays walked, flied to left. Also hitting 077, just like the center fielder for the Red Sox, Reggie Smith. He's 1 for 13. Here's Brandon's pitch. And we have our second rare play of the game. The first rare play knocked out Willie McCovey. There's a dribbler in front of the mound. We're going to have a roll to see if we can beat Mays. 1 through 4 is a single. Base hit. And like Reggie Smith, Willie Mays in his 14th at-bat got his second hit of the game.
No outs, men on first.
Second hit of the series, excuse me. Both those batters are now batting 143. Mays at first, a good runner in 1967, Brandon facing Hart. Runner on first. Hart's fly to center, single knocking in a run. Batting an even 200 in the World Series. Brandon checks Mays. Here's the pitch. And we have our third rare play of the game, our second roll. Let's see what happens. We have to refer to the playbook. This is the playbook that got McCovey. Threatening weather approaching. Weather forecast calls for threat of rain. At the end of each half inning, an automatic check will be made to see if the game is called. This will be a 1 in 6 chance. First time I've ever seen that, but that would be a rare play.
No outs, men on first.
Hart still at bat, Mays at first, but at the end of every inning at this point, they're going to have to determine if the game will end. And if it ends prior to the Red Sox tying it up, the Giants will have won the 4th game of the series and now will be down 3-1. Here's Brandon's pitch. Ground ball to short. It's going to be over to first for the out. Mays will move to second.
1 out, men on second.
Mays in scoring position. Darrell Brandon facing Ollie Brown, who's struck out and lined to shortstop. I am going to replace Brandon. And the reason I'm doing that is because of the impending weather. I'm bringing in Wyatt. Wyatt's normally a closer. He can pitch a couple of innings. However, we have a better chance of Wyatt on the mound than Brandon of keeping Mays from scoring. Ollie Brown steps in, struck out, line to short. Wyatt's got the sign. Here's the pitch. Wyatt walks the first batter he faces.
One out, men on first and second.
Tom Haller steps in. Haller's walked, rounded to second. Runners on first and second. Red Sox infield playing halfway. Here's Wyatt's pitch to Haller. Fly ball to left field. Yastrzemski moving to his left, puts it away for the out.
2 outs, men on first and second.
2 outs with Tito Fuentes stepping in, who's flied to center. He's struck out. Wyatt looks in at him, checks the runners. Here's the pitch. Pop up to second base, and Andrews puts it away.
No runs, 1 hit, and 2 left on.
At the end of 6, Giants lead 3-0. Let's see when they roll and see what happens with this weather.
Top of the 7th.
Apparently, we're still playing. Here in the top of the 7th, Gibson, Wyatt, and Andrews will face Sadecki. Dalton Jones is coming in to pinch hit for Gibson. Once again, I'm making decisions like it's the 9th inning. Jones 2 for 2 in the World Series. Been up twice, pinch hit twice. Got 2 hits. He's knocked in 2 runs. Here's Sadecki's pitch. He hits a deep fly ball to left field. Alou puts it away, and Dalton Jones is retired for the first time in the World Series.
1 out, bases empty.
Wyatt will hit for himself because I want him to pitch the next inning. Here's Sadecki's pitch.
Back 3, you're out.
Ray Sadecki, we rolled a 1. It is not higher than his complete game of 1. He will not receive a batter's faced boost.
2 outs, bases empty.
So let's see how many. He's got 7 batters to go. Andrews stepping in, single, doubled, struck out, nobody on, 2 away in the top of the 7th. Here's Sadecki's pitch. Another roll for a ballpark effect. If it's a 5 or a 6, it's a single. Base hit, center field, left field. I jumped the gun.
2 outs, men on first.
Andrews with his 3rd hit of the day. He will be on first base as Joe Foy steps up to the plate. Foy's walked twice, struck out today. Batting .231 in the series. Sadecki checks Andrews at first, gets his sign. Here's the pitch to Joe Foy.
Ball 4.
He walks him, and this is a sign, in my opinion, that Ray Sadecki's tiring.
2 outs, men on first and second.
Red Sox have 2 runners on for the 3rd time today. Last time Yastrzemski was up with 2 runners on. He and his mighty 71 regular season home runs has grounded to the pitcher with 2 runners on his last time up. He's grounded to the pitcher twice today. He's walked. Let's see what happens. Here's the pitch. He's going to strike out.
No runs, 1 hit, and 2 left on.
Not one of Yastrzemski's better games, as he's struck out and dribbled the ball back to the mound with 2 runners on his last 2 times up. And now we go to the bottom of the 7th inning. Giants still leading 3-0.
Bottom of the 7th.
And we go to the bottom of the 7th inning with the Giants leading 3-0. SGJ Jamie asked me, did I hear Yaz has 71 home runs. Yeah, he did. In my season replay, Carl Yastrzemski hit .313, 71 home runs, 172 runs batted in. Certainly an outlier. Everybody else in the American League was right around their numbers. Yastrzemski was not. I certainly enjoyed Yastrzemski breaking Roger Maris's 61 home run record by 10 homers. It was fun. That's why we play these games, to have unusual things happen. However, it has not carried over into the World Series because if it had, the Red Sox would not be trailing 3-0 today. I'd like to say hello to 007 who's checked in. Okay, here in the bottom of the seventh inning, Sadecki, Alou, and Lanier due up. I need to put in a new catcher. Mike Ryan comes in to catch. Sadecki steps in. Will the AI allow him to hit? Let's find out. He's going to bat.
Strike three. You're out.
One down here in the bottom of the seventh.
One out, bases empty.
Top of the order, Jesus Alou's single popped up to second, fly to center. Batting .267, John Wyatt gets the sign. Here's the pitch. Ground ball right back to the mound. Wyatt scoops it up, throws to Scott at first.
2 outs, bases empty.
2 up, 2 down in the bottom of the seventh as those clouds look threatening overhead. Hal Lanier stepping in, who's popped up a sacrifice attempt in the first, flied to center field, struck out. Wyatt has his sign. Here's the pitch.
Strike three. You're out.
Lanier goes down, and the inning is over.
And just like that, the inning's over.
3 up, 3 down as we go to the the top of the eighth inning after we see what this roll does, or the internal roll for the postponed game because of weather. As I press the end play, let's see what it tells me.
Top of the eighth.
Well, it's still here, so I guess we're still playing as we're not going to get rained out. Tony C., George Scott, Reggie Smith due up. Tony Conigliero's flied to center, flied to left, struck out. Ray Sadecki, this will definitely be his last inning. I doubt that he'll finish the ninth with only 4 batters faced left in his number. Here's the pitch. Base hit, left field for Tony Conigliero.
No outs, men on first.
Red Sox 3 runs down here in the top of the eighth inning. The game is telling me to steal. That certainly is a flaw in the game. I suppose, well, I could have set the instructions to have the managers steal, but I played the whole season with the game calling the steals, so I did that in the World Series. Hope I don't regret it. Let's see what we have to roll. Well, once again, he's not going to be out. He's either going to hold at 46 or below or have a successful stolen base, 47 and above. He's going to hold, no harm, no foul.
No outs, men on first.
Conigliero takes his lead. Sadecki checks on him, gets his sign from Haller. George Scott has grounded to second, fly to left, grounded to short. Here's the pitch. And there's a line drive into center field. Willie Mays will not get it. It skips past him all the way to the wall. Mays picks it up. George Scott is going to walk into third base, standing as Mays picks it up, tosses it into the infield, and the Red Sox are on the board here in the top of the eighth inning. They now trail 3-1.
No outs, men on third. They're making the call to the bullpen.
Sadecki's not even going to make the ninth inning. As Ron Herbel steps in, he has yet to pitch in the World Series. Let's see how he did in the regular season in the replay. He was 10-5 with a 2.72 ERA. He started 11 games. He relieved 18 games. Pitched 119 innings, only allowed 83 hits. A whip is .92. He's going to be tough. Herbel looks in at Reggie Smith. The San Francisco infield is playing back. Smith, who singled his last time up, batting 143. Smith batting from the left side. Herbal, a righty. Here's the pitch.
Ball 4. Take your base.
And he walks Smith, the first batter he faces.
No outs, men on first and third. The
Puts,
first baseman is playing in.
puts the double play in action. We do now have the first base action roll of the game. It's either a wild pitch, pass ball, balk, or a pickoff attempt. Let's see what it's telling me. It's going to be a wild pitch if, in fact, we have to roll again. Herbal has a 3 for a wild pitch. A 4, 5, or 6, Scott scores. Smith goes to second. It's a 3. The play is made by the catcher.
No outs, men on first and third. The
The
first baseman is playing in.
second runner does not score. First baseman playing in, everybody else playing for the double play. Rico Petrocelli struck out, grounded to short, grounded to first unassisted, batting .250 in the World Series. Herbal checks the runners, gets his sign. Here's the pitch. The infamous rare play pops up again. Our second roll. We're in foul territory. There's a lot of foul territory in San Francisco, so the only thing that saves Petrocelli would be a 6. It's a 3. He fouls out to the third baseman.
1 out, men on first and third.
Once again, if that was Fenway Park, it would have been exactly the opposite. A 1 would have fouled out to the third baseman. 2 through 6 would have been a foul ball into the stands. Checking the chat. Is there anything I need to talk about? Here we go. Red Sox still have runners on first and third. Mike Ryan due up. Ryan is not a good hitter. Ryan gets pinch hit for. You know, I'm not sure how Harrelson got on this roster, but I will not use him here in the series. He shouldn't be there. Jose Tartabull will pinch hit for the Red Sox. Jose Tartabull, first appearance in the World Series. Let me tell you what he did during the replay season. Tartabull batted .202. No home runs, 5 RBIs. He's a left-handed batter facing the right-handed Herbal. Here's the pitch. That's going to be a looping fly ball. The raised number is 3. He's going to be out. 2 down. Scott will not score.
2 outs, men on first and third.
As the ball was not hit far enough. And we're going to need another pinch hitter for Wyatt. Jerry Adair. In real life, I watched Jerry Adair get a hit every time the Red Sox needed one in the 1967 season in real life. But in my replay, let's see how he did. Jerry Adair batted .287, 3 home runs, 24 runs batted in. Runners on first and third. The Red Sox have left a lot of runners on base this game, comparatively speaking, for a team with only 6 hits. Herbal checks the runners, gets his sign, throws to Adair. Ground ball to short. Over to first. And the Giants are out of it.
2 hits and 2 left on.
Red Sox are only able to score 1 run at the end of 7.5. Giants lead 3-1.
Bottom of the 8th.
Bottom of the 8th. We need to make some changes. Elston Howard will catch. And although he's a left-handed pitcher, Sparky Lyle will pitch. Bottom of the eighth, Hyatt, Mays, and Hart due up. Hyatt, who came in to replace McCovey, who was hit on the wrist by a pitch and had to have x-rays. Stepping in, he's 0 for 1, 0 for 2 in the series. Here's Lyle's pitch.
Strike 3, you're out.
1 up, 1 down.
1 out, bases empty.
Willie Mays walked, fly to left, singled, hitting 143 in the series. Here's Lyle's pitch. Base hit. It's going to be an infield hit. We are going to have to roll to see if it's a wild throw. See that 11? It's a wild throw automatically. Mays will be at second base with 1 away.
1 out, man on second.
Jim Ray Hart stepping in. Mays in scoring position. 1 out here in the bottom of the 8th inning. Jim Ray Hart is flied to center, single, knocked in a run, grounded to short, batting 182 in the series. Lyle checks Mays at second. Here's the pitch. Ground ball hit to Foy again. He's going to throw it to Scott for the out. Mays will hold at second.
2 outs, man on second.
As Ollie Brown steps up to the plate, who struck out line to short. He's walked. Today, he's 182 for this series, 2 hits, 11 times at bat. Ollie Brown looks out. Lyle gets his sign from Elston Howard. Here's the pitch.
Strike 3, you're out.
And he goes down swinging, and as we go,
No runs, 1 hit, 1 error, and 1 left on.
as we go to the top of the 9th inning, the Giants lead 3-1.
Top of the 9th.
Here we go to the top of the 9th inning. Just check the chat one more time. And that's the first time I've checked the Patriots screen on my TV. They're trailing 14-0 to the Saints. Looks like they will lose their 4th game of the year. Klein's inserted in left field. Davenport's at third. The AI knows how to improve the outfield, which he just did. Batting here in the top of the 9th, the Red Sox down to their last 3 outs. If they're going to sweep this series, this is when they're going to do it. Andrews, Foy, and Yastrzemski due up. Herbal's still on the mound. He pitched a clean inning, last inning. Allowed 1 walk in the 1 inning he's pitched. Here's the pitch to Andrews. Ground ball to third. Davenport up with it. Throws to first. He's got him for the out.
1 out, bases empty.
Joe Foy stepping in. Struck out. Walked 3 times in a row against Sadecki. Here's Herbal's pitch. And there's a line drive into left field. It's going to bounce in the corner. The left fielder picks it up. He throws it into second. Foy slides. He is safe at second base. And the Red Sox have a runner in scoring position with 1 out here in the top of the 9th.
1 out, man on second. They're making the call to the bullpen.
Frank Lindsay comes in as Herbal is hooked as allowed the double by Joe Foy. Klein picked it up in the corner, made a good throw, but it just was not fast enough for the speedy Joe Foy to catch him at second base. Yastrzemski's up again. Seems like he's always up with runners in scoring position this game. Lindsay, a right-handed pitcher. Yastrzemski, a left-handed batter. We pretty much know what Yastrzemski's done today, so we're just going to have Lindsay pitch.
Strike 3, you're out.
Once again, Yastrzemski lets down his teammates.
2 outs, man on second.
You'd think with 71 home runs, he'd at least get a single. Tony C. stepping in. The Red Sox down to their last out. He's flied to center, flied to left, struck out in single. A .375 hitter here in the World Series. Joe Foy at second. Lindsay gets the sign. Here's the pitch. Line drive right at high at first base.
San Francisco wins a nail biter.
And the
Until
Giants.
next time, this is Replay Radio signing off.
And the Giants take Game 4 of the World Series. The Red Sox do not sweep. We're going to go to Game 5. Winning pitcher, Ray Sadecki. Loser, Bucky Brandon. Lindsay got the save. Sadecki is the MVP, and rightfully so. Quickly, so we can get on to watching some football for those who want to do it. For the Red Sox, Mike Andrews went 3 for 5. He was the only highlight reel for the Red Sox today. Yastrzemski 0 for 4 with 2 strikeouts. I don't think he could have done worse because every time he seemed to come to the plate with runners in scoring position, he failed. For the Giants, McCovey, I hope he's okay. 1 for 1 with a 2-run homer. Once again, hit on the wrist. He would be the hitting star. The Red Sox out-hit the Giants 7 to 5, but the Giants got them where it counts, and that is the runs 3 to 1. Closing this out, let's see what we've got for game number 5. Game number 5's tomorrow. I'll decide whether I'll play that on YouTube or whether I'll play it off of YouTube. I may just record it, and if it's a game winner, I may just upload the recording. If the Giants win tomorrow, Monday, October 9th, there's a day for travel, and they head back to Fenway Park on October 11th. I want to thank everybody for checking in. Let me thank S.J. Jamie, 007, Legends, David Solinsky, and Beatles Eternally for checking in and watching the game today. I appreciate it. I appreciate you giving up football, and now the New Orleans Saints lead the New England Patriots 21-0. So I think I'd rather do this game than watch the Patriots get clobbered. Anyway, I want to thank everybody for stopping in. It's been a great day, even though the Red Sox didn't win. The Red Sox still lead this series 3-1, with a chance to close it out in tomorrow's World Series game. Have a nice Sunday, everybody.